Standing over somebody's grave, asking questions, is what I refuse to have my daughter do. I just refuse. You know, sometimes as parents, we can be so selfish to not be more transparent with our kids. I know, especially in the Black community, it's like, you know, stay in a child's place. What happened in my house, you know, it's our business. I get that to a certain degree, but there are some key things that are missing when we do that. Our kids don't really understand, and we are so lost, you know. And so when y'all are no longer here, so I don't have my mom and dad now as being older, you know, at the age, I'm 49 now, but at 40, like I said, I decided to I was so afraid because my dad died at 41 that I wasn't gonna make it past 46. Like, my 40s was like so frightening. Right now, I'm good. Me and my daughter, we good. I pray to live a long life. I pray to live to when I'm in my hundreds. But excuse me, y'all. This video isn't even for me. It's for the mom out there, the dad out there who is really taking life for granted. The next second isn't promised. It's not. And you might say, Sharina, my kid is a butthole. They disrespect me. I've tried to repair the relationship, try to right wrong. You can't right wrong. All you can do is just explain it. I think our kids, but I know that our kids really miss our presence. I was present, but wasn't present. Like, I wasn't an absentee mother. Physically, mentally, I was a lot of the time because I was looking for love. And the majority of the time I was, you know, dang it, what is this? The majority of the time I am, I'm gonna move, y'all. I was, sorry about that, that's the sun. I gotta move this car. I was in like a toxic relationship, and I was just wondering, like, what he doing, where he at. My daughter can tell, like, we would have like 1, 2, 3 hour conversations, me and my daughter, and she said, "Ma, I can tell that you just wasn't really there. Like, we just having a conversation, but it's like," and I knew I was just ready for it to kind of be over so I can just worry about this individual, because I didn't know my worth, you know. And I give grace to myself. I got counseling and healing and realized I was in that trauma bond type of situation. I take full accountability for not leaving sooner. This is not me beating up the individual. I'm just saying there's just a lot of other things that happen that I'm not going into, but my heart goes out to the parents that suffer and the kids that suffer, because we're not willing to have the temporary uncomfortable conversations, the uncomfortable awkwardness that it would take to sit down and discuss, you know, things that our kids observed, you know, some of the things that we thought, oh, well, I didn't fight around my kid, I didn't, you know, argue. Kids know, you know, kids are smarter than what we think they are. And, you know, to the kids' defense, they don't know to ask us questions like, hey, Mom, what happened to you? What was your childhood like? Daddy, what happened to you? What made you act this way? What made you act passive aggressive? What made you, you know, emotionally absent? But you paid the bills and you took us, you know, to the amusement parks. We went on vacations and we had big parties, but you still wasn't present in some ways. Or what made you have this temper, this anger, when I attempted to have conversations with you? And they don't know to access that. Heck, do it most of the, we didn't even know most of the time, unless you go to counseling, or you have some very wise friends or some very wise, you know, colleagues or people that you might run into, or people who you trust.